The deadline for Limpopo Department of Education to deliver all outstanding textbooks ends today. The Commission had demanded that Minister Angie Motshekga undertake a formal commitment to have all textbooks delivered by no later than January the 26th. The SA Human Rights Commission has said that they regard the non-compliance by the Department of Basic Education and the consequent non-delivery of textbooks in a very serious light. The Congress of the South African Students had previously warned of this possibility, saying that if stationery is ordered from different suppliers, then it will be delivered at different times. In the past 3 years, the Provincial Department and the Basic Education Department were dragged to the courts several times by civil rights groups, demanding orders to force the delivery of textbooks on time. And joining us on the phone line is Limpopo Education spokesperson Naledzani Rasila. So what is your take on the matter?
On the matter of us delivering the stationery, we have been moving with speed, as we have indicated on the 10th that we are sure before the end of the month, all our learners will be having their full packages. As we are speaking now, yesterday we did our count. We were in the morning left with 1,200 schools, but the guys were delivering and they are still delivering today.
You say that people can expect their stationery and their books delivered before the end of the month. Do you have a specific date in line, something that you are working towards?
The 27th, we will be done. We are cocksure will be done with all our schools.
So by tomorrow it will be done?
Pardon?
So by tomorrow it will be done?
That's tomorrow. In fact, there is a possibility for us to even finish today. As I'm indicating from yesterday, we did our count in the morning. We were left with 1,200 schools. And the trucks were out there delivering also late in the evening, and they are continuing. We will, late today again, do our counting and finalize our work.
Now, the Congress of South African Students had warned of this possibility of, delaying it now to the 27th of January, saying that if stationery is ordered from different suppliers, then it will be delivered at different times. Is this the problem that you came into touch with? Is it the fact that you ordered from different suppliers? And how does it normally work?
Although I'm missing you, I believe it is the matter of the network. But as we are indicating, we have a service provider who is doing that work. And if the service provider decides to do the subcontracting, it is okay if that is the way to speed up the process of delivering the stationery to our schools. All we are focusing on is for our learners to get their full packages as soon as possible, which we are doing.
Naledzani Rasila, the Limpopo Education spokesperson, thank you so much for joining us here on Morning Prime. We're also joined by the SA Human Rights Commission Commissioner Andre Garm, who joins us on the phone line. A very good morning to you, Andre. Firstly, what are your thoughts on the fact that it has in fact been delayed to the 27th of January now?
Good morning to you and all the listeners. The major matter here is that the Supreme Court of Appeal made a very specific ruling in relation to the delivery of all textbooks, but also stationery, specifically with regard to Limpopo, but also it has application to all the provinces. And in terms of that, stationery as well as textbooks have to be delivered before the commencement of the school year. That has clearly not happened in Limpopo, and therefore it appears that they might be in contempt of that court order. So we have written to the National Minister of Education as well as to the MEC for Education in Gauteng in this regard, The Minister Nonshekha, has replied in a statement that she would be seeking a meeting with the South African Human Rights Commission, and we are going to allow this meeting now to first take place. We are in communication to finalize an urgent date between the Human Rights Commission and the Minister of Education. And depending on the outcome of that meeting, we will decide what next step to take. But it is clearly, unfortunately, it appears that there's a violation of the court order. It is to the detriment of the learners in Limpopo, and many marginalized and poor learners are now in a position where they don't have their stationery. And in other cases, according to our own field study, also not the textbooks they require.
Now, in the past 3 years, the Provincial Department and the Basic Education Department was dragged to the court several times by civil rights groups demanding orders to force the delivery of textbooks on time. This is now the 4th year that this has not happened. When is this going to end?
Yes, I mean, that is our concern. Our concern is the right to basic education of all these learners, and as the Supreme Court of Appeal, as well as Pretoria High Court, has pronounced that the right to basic education includes the right to have your textbooks and your stationery delivered in time. If needs be, and if this matter drags on, we will have no option but to approach the courts again. This is absolutely unacceptable, and, you know, there might be all kinds of excuses now, contractors, whatever the case may be. That should have been in place. The first ruling in this regard that was taken on appeal in 2015 was by the Pretoria High Court already 5 years ago. And still the Limpopo Department of Education can't get it right. That is just absolutely unacceptable, and it is our duty as the South African Human Rights Commission to monitor the implementation of that court case, which has clearly not taken place, and that is why we will meet with the National Minister and discuss the matter to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
Thank you so much, Andre Gam, who's the SA Human Rights Commission Commissioner, joining us on the phone line.